heard the statistics before. 70% of business owners will fail, usually within the first 5 years, due to lack of capital, okay? So, what I'm here to do is to talk to you about how easy it is to even get a newly established LLC. I'm talking about an LLC that you can establish today. And tomorrow you can get $150,000 or more in business capital for your business, okay? So let's quickly get started. So yes, you absolutely heard me right. I did not misspeak. You can set up a brand new LLC today and you can get up to $150,000 or more in access to business capital for your business. I mean, again, that should be just remarkable by itself for you to know that. Now, one of the things that we're going to go over in this video is exactly what you need to know in order to be able to get access to this capital. I mean, $150,000 or more in access to business capital does not report on your personal credit, only reports on your business credit, helps you build business credit so in the near future you don't have to depend on your personal credit to finance your business. And the icing on the cake is you can get all of this at 0% financing for the first 6 months, 12 months. They have lenders out here that will go up to 18 months at 0% financing, okay? So up to 18 months, 0% financing, it gives you more than enough time to actually focus on turning your business into a profitable business. So now, let's quickly go over to exactly what you need in order to get this done, okay? Now, we're going to go over 4 factors, 4 things that the lenders look for in order to qualify you to get these type of lines of credit. Now, again, up to $150,000, does not report on your personal credit, helps you build business credit, and you have 0% for up to 18 months. I hope I got your attention, okay? So one of the first factors that they look for is negative items on your credit score, okay? They look for, late collections, charge-off, bankruptcies. No, not those days of the lenders just focusing on a specific score are over. You know, you'll hear a lot of YouTubers say that they're looking for a 680 credit score or whatever it is. I'm here to tell you that they just don't look at the score, they look at the credit profile. A credit score is a good indicator as to where your credit stands, okay? But the lenders, I mean, you can be straight out of college with like 2 or 3 $300 credit cards and have a 680 score. You are not going to qualify for $150,000 in business funding. What they look for is, number one, you need to have at least a minimum of $5,000 revolving card on your credit profile. And the way this works is, I always say, sometimes when I speak to my clients jokingly, if you're a bank and somebody asks you for $50,000, $100,000, or even $150,000 in unsecured credit, would you be curious as to their past unsecured credit history? Well, of course you would. So one of the things that the lenders look for is, number one, they want to make sure you have no negative items on your credit report. Number two, they want to make sure that you've been able to at least manage a $5,000 credit card and have no issues with that. So that's number two. Number three, they want to make sure that you have at least a 2-year age of file, You know, and this age of file is not how old you are, okay? It's not based on your date of birth, okay? It's based on the oldest item reporting on your credit profile. So you want to have at least a 2-year age of file. It's critically important. Another thing that they look for is your utilization. You want to keep your balances at a minimum whenever you're seeking financing, okay? So you want to be below 30%. Preferably even less than that if you can. But that is one of the key things that they look for. If you are like over 90% or 100% utilized, it does not matter what your score is. It does not matter how great or long-term history that you've had. You are not going to qualify for this $150,000 that we're talking about here. And then last thing that they look for is inquiries, okay? Don't be shopping around and having numerous people pull your credit because it makes you look desperate. It goes back to that old joke that I always say. Banks only lend money to people who don't look like they need money. So if you have a lot of inquiries on your credit profile, lenders are not going to lend to you. You're considered to be a high risk, okay? So again, in addition to all of it, this is just the credit qualifying factors, okay? We went over, $5,000 in previous credit history, went over you not having negative items on your credit score, we went over you having at least a 2-year payment history, you'll be able to keep low utilization, and these is just basically what they look for on your personal credit. Because keep in mind, I want you to know this, you are going to personally guarantee these credit lines. And what does that mean, Brian? What does personal guarantee mean? Personal guarantee means in case of default, they can come after your personal credit, okay? Starting a business is taking a risk, and I always say, you're at the risk with other people's money instead of risking with your money. So, and a lot of people kind of have this, they frown upon or don't like the fact that they have to personally guarantee these lines. But again, you have to be able to take a risk on yourself. And the way this is structured, I mean, come on. If you have a great business idea out there, it is worth the risk for you to go out there and personally guarantee the lines. They don't even report on your personal credit, okay? So if you can get $50,000, $100,000, $150,000 in a revolving line of credit, keep that in mind, a revolving line of credit, which means you use it, you pay down. You use it, you pay down. You'll be able to have that forever as getting a business loan, okay? I see a lot of people out there, they go out there, they even, they just started a new business. They get like an SBA loan. They put their house on the line. They put their personal credit on the line because most likely some of those SBA loans do report on their personal credit. And this is just, and now you have a monthly payment that you have to pay for. And let's just say you get $100,000 or $200,000. Now, if you run out of that money, then you have to go borrow some more money. Instead of having one payment, now you have two payments. That's one of the ideal things of having a revolving line of credit, especially when you're starting out your business. You get to be able to pay on the amounts used, meaning that SBA loan that you pulled $100,000, you're paying on the principal and interest on that loan, regardless if you use the money or not, okay? And let's just be honest, especially when you're just starting out a business, you don't know how much money you really need, okay? One day you need $5,000, next day maybe $1,000, but you want to be able to have access to that money though. And this allows you to do that. I mean, there is tons of benefits that we can go over here about these unsecured lines of credit. And a lot of people don't know about these unsecured lines of credit. And if that's you, you definitely want to click the link below and get in touch with us. We can help you again. Set up $50,000, $100,000, or even $150,000 or more in a revolving line of credit. Does not report on your personal credit. Helps you build business credit. There's no income verification required. No bank statements required. No time in business requirements. There's no industry restrictions. It's a revolving line of credit that allows you to only pay on the amount used. I can go on and on and on as to the benefits of having this type of line of credit. And more than ever, I should add, right now, banks have so much money. I know you probably heard it before. More than a third, okay? I think a good 70% or more of US dollars have been printed within the last 2 years, okay? That's crazy and insane just to think about it. But why am I sharing that with you? I want you to know more than ever, there is money right now for business owners. There's more money than ever. Banks have lowered their standards and they're approving these lines of credit like crazy. So you want to go ahead and get in touch with us. Click the link below. We help people just like you establish these lines of credit. And even if you're an established business, you have business out there that maybe do not have all the documents needed to qualify for other type of funding. They don't have the documents needed to qualify for what is considered a full documentation, where you have to show your income, your bank statements, your tax return. This is a product that you can get regardless if you don't have those documents, because there's no documentation required. As long as you got your ID and as long as you got decent credit, as I just mentioned, based on the factors that I just told you earlier, you qualify. Now, before I let you go, I want to show you this. If you need assistance with you establishing these lines of credit, again, my link is going to be in the description. You want to schedule an appointment. We'll go over with you exactly what you qualify for. You give us a call. And once we take a look at your personal credit, within hours, we can tell you exactly what you qualify for. And you can have this money in your hand within about 3 to 5 days. So you definitely want to get in touch with us. Now, if it's your first time joining us here, I do want to go ahead and get you want to subscribe, because we give out great tips. Okay, if you have not seen the other videos, you want to check out the other videos. We also help business owners just like yourself establish business credit, establish lines of credit. We also have a great business credit building program. And I want to throw in my book right here. I'm still giving out free copies of my book. You want to go ahead and check this book out, 3 Paths of Lending, where I talk about the 3 ways and how you can get your business funded, okay? That's the one key thing that if you're starting out a business, again, you don't want to be part of the 70% that business failed because of lack of capital. This book I'm going to give you free just for you, just for watching this video. There's going to be links in the description. I appreciate you for joining me today, and you guys have a great week.